lush. There's a lot of trees. Where are we?
Ohio.
What are we doing in Ohio?
Going to Cedar Point.
We do anything else?
Going to see The Cure. Look, it's Castaway Bay. Got water signs sticking out of the building over there.
Sure does. Kind of small.
The skyline is coming to view. It's America's roller coast. Hey, big trucks, you're blocking everybody's view.
You're in the wrong lane.
You're in the wrong lane.
Do you want to go to the beach?
I just want amusement park. There's too many choices here.
Yeah, well, you're in the correct place. So now you just need to go over to the left where they're open.
Excuse me, wide lane.
I need a wide lane.
Is this a free-for-all? It feels like a free-for-all.
Sure.
First one's here. First one's
Not quite, hun.
First one's the lead. Alright, this is probably like the third intro I filmed for this video. I guess I'll just choose one of them. But anyways, hi.
Hi.
We find ourselves here in northern Ohio, the second weekend of June 2023. Ostensibly, we came out to see The Cure play a show, which would be last night. We did see that show. It's a whole thing. Maybe I'll get into it later, maybe not. But sandwiched around that, 2 days at Cedar Point. First on Saturday where we rode all the coasters, and today where we're just kind of taking a laid back view and we're going to go do a park tour. So this is a June 2023 park tour of Cedar Point. Right?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
I did all the talking again. Bye.
Bye.
All right, from the entrance, we are at the Midway, featuring the Carousel. And the actual Midway. Like the Skyway. Do you want to take the Skyway?
I just did.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll drop that footage in right here. God, whoa. Look, it's so meta. All right. I don't know what you call the entrance here. It's like, I want to call it like the boardwalk, but it's not, because that's the boardwalk over there. The Midway, the sky ride over the Midway. Some now Raven action. We'll get a little bit more of that later. Raptor, busy ruining the sky and ruining your head.
Ow! You just gotta hate, I guess.
Haters gotta hate. You see Gatekeeper in the background. Not gonna hate on that. You know why? It doesn't bang my head. Little lake area in the background there. Here's Olive Raptor.
Wild mouse. You got 200?
Yes. I turned 200 credits on the Wild Mouse. More review later. Gotta take the sky ride, right?
Yes.
It's got it.
Cedar Downs.
Now Raven just keeps doing its thing. There's the mighty blue streak. The weird elliptical loop on Raptor.
Say it right.
Raptor rules the sky. It's windy today. Hopefully my microphone Merkin will be taking care of that. Breezy. Alright. Let's go take a tour. See, wasn't that fun? It was like the Midway going backwards. There's some of them shirts featuring that thing that people love to do with the something and something and something, which I think is a Beatles reference of some sort. Here's the Skyway. You know, kind of most parks, the Skyway covers like maybe half the park. This one just covers the Midway, which either is a short Skyway or a gigantic park. I think it's kind of a gigantic park. That's true. Oh, here we are. First up on the left, Raptor rules the sky. mid-90s. I have to admit, this one has plummeted down my rankings of favorite inverteds as of this trip. Might as well call me Ricky Rackman because this ride was a hitmaker's ball. Sitting in row 4 on the edge, knocking my head back and forth on every corkscrew. So, not running the way I used to remember it. But here we go. Still fun to watch. B&M roar. Next up, as we move down the midway on the left-hand side, is Blue Streak, the park's wooden coaster from the early 1960s. The train ready is coming in right now. It's an out-and-back coaster. We had a great ride on this, I think, better than last time from 2 years ago. It was nice.
Been on the bad list.
And now it's all back on the good list. So, yeah, so check out Blue Streak. Sitting in the front, it's a better. And then turn a little bit from Blue Streak, and you will see Valraven, the B&M dive coaster that I believe opened somewhere in the mid-2010s, 2017 maybe, 2015 maybe. This is another one. We got 2 rides on this one on Saturday. An excellent dive coaster with 3 inversions. A couple of cool inversions after the block breaking things. So yeah, I think this is my top. I'd say even better than Chico and Griffin. This is my top B&M dive coaster. Even better than Poor Little Emperor. Yes, the one and only Valraven. Stats. Well, the legend and the stats. Excellent ride. There it is. There's that inversion you like so much. The third one where you go right, and then you go left. Another Skyway station. All right, we're coming out of Valraven Plaza. Another Skyway station. Like and subscribe. We got Iron Dragon, classic aero suspended coaster from 1987. We rode that today. What'd you think?
A little slower than Ninja.
A little slower than Ninja, but the second half is a lot of fun.
Yes.
After the second lift, it really picks up the pace.
Yeah, we got the back seat, so it was.
Yeah, we were really swinging back there. You know what I mean? And then you have Rougarou, which reopened as Rougarou in 2015. Prior to that, it was the stand-up coaster Mantis. Arguably just as good as the stand-up, although from an operator point of view, I bet it's a lot better now. You don't have to fix restraints constantly the same way. The ride was fine. It was, yeah, better than I remember, but still not great. I wouldn't have been mad if we didn't ride it, but it was here, and we waited 5 minutes for it. We're hunting Rougarou. Almost see Millennium Forest in the background there. Now, Val's favorite, right? Is this your favorite in the whole park? What do we get?
3.
3 rides on this trip. This ride was running amazing, and for the most part, pretty good operations. So didn't wait too long.
Except for when they
decided to add a train again.
Add a train to shorten our wait.
And then what happened?
And then 20 minutes later, take off the train.
Before they even cycled anybody on it. So that wasn't great. But, overall, the ride's good.
Yeah.
Intamin Giga. Woohoo! Do it! Alright, moving right along into the western frontier territory. The view of Millennium Force's left hill. At some point a train would come by here. Right in Western theming. Western Dippin' Dots. Western Val with her Cedar Point cup. That's right, we finally gave in and bought the drink cup package because we could use it on all our Cedar Fair park trip, or all our Cedar Fair parks this year, of which we have at least 3 more coming up. So drink every 15 minutes if you want, and enjoy some theming. There's a little leaning force. Are you leaning? You got time to lean, you got time to clean. Oh, okay. Mignon train or banana train, you'd be the judge. Theming was called like Fort Sandusky in the jail. Just put those in that random order, no reason. Ham for gemstones. Oh, thank you. It's feeding time at the barnyard. Barnyard closes at 6, so we can't get up close. But in the back there, let's do a little zooming. My battery's about to die, but if I zoom in quickly, right in the back there, hiding right around is Churro, the world famous Churro. Like I was saying before, my battery interrupted me. There's Churro. There's a better shot of Churro anyways. Baby alpaca. Churro. We call him Churro because he's a snack. Alright. Now we've come across almost to the back of the park and it's Maverick. You know Maverick. Maverick's your good friend. Maverick's your fun friend, but you're a pretty unreliable friend.
Yes.
Not going to be there necessarily when you need him, but if you have the opportunity to hang out with Maverick, you should take him. So there goes down that 95-degree drop, and it's going to start going on, switch back and forth a bunch of times. We had a great front seat ride on that yesterday, right? Yeah. Yep, but this time it was front row, still snappy, still intense, but a lot of fun. And we're waiting for it to come back around. And we're waiting, and we're waiting many minutes later. There we are. Hello, Maverick. But definitely hang out if he's available, or she. Maverick Q. Oof. Also a good use of Fastlane if you buy the Fastlane Plus. You can eliminate most of that gnarly inside queue.
And the outside.
And the outside queue. Maverick and trains. Oh, yeah, only 45 minutes now. But we now are on approach to my favorite ride in this park, Steel Vengeance, which apparently people call Steve online because typing out Steel Vengeance takes too long, and they've never heard of Type Expander. You're doing great, honey. Snappy. What? Hey, what? Oh boy. That's not why you said hey. Did miss the train though. Anyways, that's Maverick. It's fun. You know what it's not? It's not Steel Vengeance though. So Steel Vengeance is the RMC, as you probably know if you're watching this, but you don't. And it used to be a ride called Main Street. It was a big giant wooden coaster. Wasn't terribly great as it aged. And so it got the RMC treatment. So now it's got steel track on top of the wood structure. And it is a beast. It is a relentlessly paced coaster like you You can't imagine why it's still going when you're a minute and a half into it and it's still going. And just really fun foreign versions, a ton of airtime, a bunch of like double ups and things like that. Yeah, just a lot of fun. I think you agree. It's a lot of fun, though, right? There can be a thigh buster on those bunny hills when they pop you up for that airtime at the end. There it goes, cresting the hill. Yeah, I mean, I'll compare it to Iron Gwazi, and like Iron Gwazi is a great ride, and it's not too long, and it's like perfectly paced. There's no dull spots. This one is just keeps going and going and going, and that's part of the appeal for me. So it's good. We got a night ride last time in the back, and that was the awesomest. Who's wanted? Terrifying trio of cunning and vengeful outcasts. Yikes. Oh yeah, they also have a train. We're just barely out of time. We can't really try to ride this one more time. We can watch it one more time. Because that's kind of bad placement for that, I think. It's really not where I would put it. But, you know, to each their corn. And here we are at Cedar Creek Mine Ride, a late 60s Arrow, protege to Gold Rusher and all the other mine trains out in the world. This one's still pretty good, but since it didn't have fast lane, we didn't get to ride on Saturday. So we skipped it this time. We have been on before. It's one of the better mine trains, even though it's an older one. Looking at you, Great Adventure, for having a terrible mine train. And Val's gonna go put her head in the corn. There you are, right there in the corn. Good job. Distance is Skyhawk. The swing ride we rode. Oh, here comes the mine train. It is fun. Blue's in the lead. That can only mean one thing. We're here at the Gemini. Ladies and gentlemen, looking every bit at 1978 in this station. This was the beginning? Yeah, 1978, same year as Colossus. But, let me know in the comments below. I'm on him. Anyways, this is a wood structure with a steel track. It's fun. When we rode it on Saturday, they were only running red, unfortunately, so we didn't actually race. But that also means we won, and it was a good ride. The upward helix at the end caught me a little off guard. I forgot about it. It was a little snap in the neck, but otherwise, good ride. And I love the theming. In fact, the Gemini shirt is back in stock. This is golden mine. I love it. Looks like it's straight out of like Logan's Run or Parts of the Clonus Horror or something like that. So there's the Happy Friday. We didn't get a chance to do this time, but delicious fresh cut fries. Highly recommended if you're here and you like fries. And here's some shaky cam footage of Pipe Scream. We rode that too. That was fun. Oh, there goes Gemini racing. We're laying down the other midway now. Whatever they call this midway. The Gemini midway. Pipe Scream. A little roller skater kind of coaster. And then it is fun. I don't know if I call it. Anyway, no. No, we're not going on the kiddie coasters today. And there's Top Thrill Dragster awaiting future development. Hey, Pipe Scream. Don't look now, but I see a monster. Fun ride, slow cycle. Slow load, slow unload. Like you were saying, when they open a new ride that's the biggest, fastest, they give it kind of a futuristic look. Here's another exhibit, Magnum XL 200, opening in, what was it, 88, as the first 200-foot continuous circuit roller coaster. And it's popular because it's kind of a one-of-a-kind. So this ride seems to get a lot of love from enthusiasts, although it's maybe not the best ride, but it's, you know, got that classic feel because it was one of those few, or one of the last coasters that was designed by hand by Ron Toomer instead of by computer, and you can feel it in spots. Yeah, don't sit on a wheel seat and sit towards the front. You have a little bit better ride. Your mileage may vary. If you like slamming up against the lap bar, by all means, sit on a wheel and sit in the back. I don't know. I enjoy it. Val endures it, but
It's got its good parts.
yeah, it's got its charm. It's just on the once a trip list. There it goes, scaling the hill. No, we're out of time. I've learned one thing. We can't wait until 2 hours before the park closes to film, because then we just get teased by a bunch of rides we're not riding. So there goes the mighty Magnum. It goes out along Lake Erie. Two big hills, does a big pretzel turnaround, comes back on a lot of bunny hops and some tunnels. I don't know. I like it. I have the t-shirt. This spot is reserved for future development. Dear Dragon. That's where it gets its name, Dragon Iron. We're all around that turn. Yo, I heard you like tower rides, bro. In this case, you have 4 towers. 2 shoot you up, 2 shoot you down. Pretty fun. Not necessarily a must-do, but that's why we didn't do them. We stuck to coasters. But I would go on it if I had time. Fun. That hiss you might have heard in the background is reserved for Corkscrew. Another classic that has aged, well, in a way that makes you hurt your neck. but it is a classic, and I'm glad they still have it here. We rode it last time, did not ride it this time. But, you know, I like that they don't just scrap everything.
When did you last ride it?
Doesn't mean I have to ride it. I'm turned around. Hey, Val Raven. Val Raven. And when you're in the neighborhood, you got to get the Corkscrew shot. Cedar Park history, Cedar Point Park history. They even have their own history app. You can scan that and get the app. I'm learning. I'm reading the plaque. I'm learning. First the loop. That doesn't get you. The corkscrews will. So photogenic.
Yeah.
Look, honey, the sky came out. It only took till 7:30. The park closes in 30 minutes. Yes, this is what we were waiting for. This is the backside of Pagoda Gifts, also known as My Kryptonite. For shopping, I have all of these things. So Cedar Point has done a very good job of reproducing retro gear, because they know that people who are into nostalgia will buy it, and buy it by the bagful, and I sure did. So I'll show it off a little bit in a little bit when we're in a place where we can. But first, we want to walk through the new boardwalk section, and that'll wrap up our little tour, including my 200th credit. New for 2023 is the boardwalk section, featuring right there in the background a wild mouse, a spinning wild mouse from Zamprella. More on that in a moment. So if I understand correctly, Cedar Point, well, I know they took out Wicked Twister, and then they built the Grand Ceremony, no, not, I keep calling it the Grand Ceremonial House, the Pavilion, which we'll walk by in a moment. But they also moved some of their flat rides to create like a more kinetic and energetic area. It's very colorful, looks pretty cool. Good for taking pictures. Yeah. Fresh paint is always nice. When at Cedar Point, don't just ride the Scrambler, ride the Atomic Scrambler. You know, with this kind of little subtle decoration and ski color scheme, they could put this at Cabana Bay and have a little ride there. Scrambler is Scrambler. Scrambles. So funny.
You're squatting
Am I
down.
squatting down? Because I want to get that sign in there. That's the Wild Mouse. That, through some sort of weird coincidence, became my 200th coaster credit. And everybody mocked and said, oh, Wild Mouse, oh, Wild Mouse. And even I did a little bit. And you know what? It was a pretty fun darn ride.
Yeah, it was hilariously fun.
We got an unbalanced car, which means we were on one side and two kids were on the other side, and we spun and spun and spun until we couldn't spin anymore.
It was super fun.
Yeah, so could do worse on 200. I'm already ready to call it unfairly mundane because I think it's fun and it's a good addition to the park because, you know, Millennium Force, Steel Vengeance, those are all great rides. They just scare people. This one's fun for everybody. You know what? If you don't like the Wild Mouse, you don't like fun. Yeah, I said it. All right, and here it is, the Grand Pavilion. Everyone's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with the Grand Pavilion, which is a nice building, and it's got some great views, that's for sure. Because you get up on the second floor, and you can look over Lake Erie, you can look at the park. The decorations on the inside, which we'll show you in a little bit, could maybe use a little. I could use a little more, but overall, I can see, as you pointed out correctly, being air conditioned in the summertime is no small thing. So I think that's why a key reason why people really love it. So, ooh, what is that I see in the distance? Another bird-themed coaster? The Gatekeeper? Why, let's go take another look. Alright, we are filming it out of order, but if I edit it, you won't know that. Anyways, we're at the new Grand Pavilion, mostly empty right now. Hi, Val.
Hi.
On the second floor, we got ourselves some food here from downstairs. We're not a food blog, but here's some fish, some fries, fish and fries. I guess everybody gets a roll. And Val has the funnel cake coated shrimp, and I'm jealous of those potatoes. I didn't know they would squirt butter all over them.
It said drenched in butter on the
I
menu.
know, wow, they sure are. And a couple of our, fantastic Cedar Fair Cokes. So that's what, and then you can look out over the lake. And there's a bar that we'll probably go to next that we can show you after this. Hey, birds. Ooh, and bugs. And now, the bar. Find a little more life in here. And a couple of cocktails. Margarita, salty foam, and Aperol Spritz because I'm basic. Outside at the Grand Pavilion. Look, it's Lake Erie and birds. Windseeker, or whatever they call Windseeker here, which I think has been down all day due to, well, wind. And the Wild Mouse, which we rode on, is closed. All right, let's go back. Let's regroup. The boardwalk is in motion. Max Air, Fun Wheel, Troika. All the kinetic energy of the boardwalk. And all the bugs on the outside of the window. Gross. We do not like you, bugs. Wrap up the coaster part of this tour here at Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is yet another bird-themed roller coaster. We should mention this park really belongs to the birds. They got Valraven, they've got Raptor, they've got Gatekeeper, but on top of that, they just have birds everywhere. Seagulls, obviously, from the beach, and all kinds of birds who just live in and around the structure. So, bird haters needn't come. Bird lovers, yeah, this is the park for you. Let's look at Gatekeeper, shall we? The Wing Coaster. There's only, I think, 4 or 5 of them in the U.S. There's like 14 or 15 total built, most of them out of the U.S. We were planning to go on one later this year at Dollywood, themed to an eagle. I think Holiday World has one. I don't know where the other ones are, but I like them. It has a little bit of a divisive reputation, especially among coaster enthusiasts who say it's maybe a little less forceful than they would like, but I think the sensation is really cool. It's got a lot of unique elements, and it looks really good at the front of the park, which we'll drop in a little footage here from Saturday to show you what it looks like, plus a little that I have from other parts. But yeah, I think this was a great addition. I enjoy riding it. Is it my favorite ride here? No, but I would ride it, and then ride it again. Alright. Gatekeeper. There was my finger. There's Gatekeeper. Blue Streak. Raptor. Val Raven. You know what? Raptor knows what it did to me. Oh, it's breezy up here. Millennium Force. Sun's going down. Top Thrill Dragster. Magnum in the background. And hi, Val.
Hi.
Did you see Val Raven over there? There's Lake Erie. It's so spooky. You might even say it's eerie. Hey, Cedar Point, it's getting dark. Turn your lights on.
And over there's Lake Erie.
Yeah, it's Lake Scary. Not just Erie. Park trains, parking trains right now. See it going over the transfer track. Good night, Gatekeeper. Oh, we stopped. Uh-oh, we live here now.
Oh no, it's cold.
How cold are you now?
Now we got a car that has a hot seat.
Hot seat. Unfortunately, we are too late to play any games of skill. So no stuffed animals are going on the plane with us. You, me, and the wheel closed this park out. Well, wait, there might be a little bit more shopping to do. Stay tuned. Well, that's going to wrap up our Cedar Point trip for 2023. The one that we didn't think we were going to take.
Didn't even know, bonus trip.
Yeah, bonus trip. So we had a lot of fun. Hopefully there's some fun coaster footage to see, and this is just a warm-up for the rest of the summer. We have more coaster trips coming, including the big Southeast coaster trip that's planned for end of July and August. So look forward to that. I know I am.
Yay!
And you, what was your favorite ride? Say it.
Millennium Force, but Magnum was a big surprise. Not Magnum. Maverick.
Maverick was your big surprise. All right, awesome. Steel Vengeance forever. All right, bye. Good night, Cedar Point. Good night, Gatekeeper. Good night, John Boy. It's Snoopy. Hey, Snoopy. Hey, Woodstocks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below with your Peanuts pals. What's up, Chuck? It's a little backwhip, but I think what Charlie Brown's trying to tell you is your head must be this wide in order to ride Gatekeeper. Ah yes, I almost forgot the obligatory haul part of the video where we just show off our wares, what we decided we just somehow couldn't live without. So very much a t-shirt oriented haul, as you can see for us. Val got the Wild Mouse, new Wild Mouse, cool logo. I went classic Gemini with matching classic Gemini socks. A Parkscapes, which is one of the kind of like the Nano Coasters, which I'm trying to not have so many of, but this one's a little bit more compact and shows the park's horizon view, landscape view. Wildcat for Val, continuing the mouse and cat theme. And then just a classic, I would say kind of 70s, early 80s Cedar Point rainbow shirt with, again, matching socks. So there we go. We went retro with our merchandise. Thanks, Cedar Point. See you next time. Ta.